My name's Alexandra Healis and I am 26, going to be 27 very shortly. I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia in January 2004. I had 6 months of chemotherapy and then I stayed in remission for 6 months and then I relapsed. And it was then that there was the talk about having a stem cell transplant. So I would have been 18, 19 then. So yeah, I seemed to recover and get back to normal life pretty quickly after the first transplant. And it didn't really restrict me in any way. Whereas when I had the second stem cell transplant, because I'd obviously relapsed from the first one, they altered the way that I had the stem cell transplant. So they left the T cells in the transplant, which then increases the risk of you getting graft versus host disease. And the idea is that they want you to get the graft versus host disease because it has this effect where it helps to get rid of any residual leukemia. So they encourage the graft versus host disease, but then want to be able to kind of treat it so that it then gets better and goes away. But with some people, like me, it doesn't, and it becomes then, for me, it's become more of an issue than the leukemia ever did. When I first started getting symptoms with my skin, I lost the pigment in a lot of my skin, and it was particularly in my chin, and there was patches up on my face and things. Day to day, it's more the issue of joint restriction. I've got a lot of restriction in most of my joints. The worst is my wrists are very restricted, and because of the restriction in my arms, it causes restrictions in my hand movements. And yeah, my elbows, my shoulders, my ankles. You haven't really got a choice. You've just got to keep on going and doing what you can. And I prefer to be, as normal as possible, really. And just do everything I can to do that. Like I was talking about how I joined the gym, and I'd always been a bit anti-gym, but actually it's helped me regain a lot of strength. Well, so I've just started my first job, just this year in January. I was doing my master's before that, so I haven't actually had any time out because of being ill. Yeah, I think I am very aware that I'm very lucky, and that although there's a lot of things that aren't perfect, I have a lot of things to be happy about. And it seems to me that I'm almost one of the happiest people of all the people I know. Whenever I do get a bit down, I just think, there's people a lot worse off than you, and you've just got to plod on with it and get on with what you've been given. One of my luckiest things is I am the way I am, and I'm not somebody that gets depressed and upset and too down about it.